Microsoft Whiteboard is an online app which is also available as an app for desktop Windows devices or as an app for iPads and iPhones. Microsoft Whiteboard is an infinite canvas which can be used independently or in collaboration with others to brainstorm ideas using digital inking, online searches, and many more features. To use the whiteboard feature within Glow, open the app launcher from the top left corner of your screen. This is indicated by a series of 9 dots in a square formation. Select Whiteboard from your frequently used apps. If you're unable to see it, you can choose the All Apps shortcut. This will give you a full list of any Microsoft 365 apps available to you within Glow. Selecting Whiteboard, the Whiteboard app will then open. To create a new whiteboard, simply click the plus button on the blue square. This will generate a new tab and your whiteboard will open. A series of tools are displayed along the top. A button to take you back to the home page where you created your whiteboard and where all whiteboards are automatically saved is always available to you in the top left hand corner. Should you wish to collaborate with others, there is a blue plus icon beside a small icon of a person in the right hand side of your screen. You're also able to edit settings or open it in the app on a device or a desktop. The desktop app has some additional features and we'll look at that shortly. The digital tools available within Whiteboard are visible in the toolbar along the centre of the screen. The first icon is the arrow. This is the select tool. Once objects are available on your board, you're able to move them or edit them using this feature. The move feature is indicated by a hand. Again, once information is on your board, you're able to use the hand to grab your whiteboard and move the canvas around. This means an entire day's activity can take place on the same board with you moving it around and having oversight on all of the completed work. There are 4 pen tools available to you. All of these are customizable and are useful for digital inking. Once a pen is selected, a faint grey box will appear around it. Simply select by double tapping and change using the sliding bar to make the pen thicker or thinner and change the colour. Once happy, tap your pen to get rid of the edit button. The highlighter has a similar feature. Double tapping will allow you to change the thickness of the nib as well as change the highlighter colour. Therefore, groups can use a consistent colour in all activities to allow you to track their work. Anytime you highlight on screen, even on top of digital inking, the writing or image underneath is always visible. The eraser tool allows you to remove anything which you no longer need on the page. If you've written on your screen and you want to use the words individually, you're able to use the select tool to draw a box around it, and it will not only select all of the font, but identify each of the individual words. This is a really useful way to work collaboratively with young people or learners who are perhaps learning about parts of sentences or to use suffixes or prefixes with words. Anything that is highlighted can also be deleted using the bin bucket at the top. Once the words are individually highlighted, you are then able to maneuver them. There are a range of possibilities of how this tool may be used. A word or any object which is no longer needed to delete. You can also convert digital inking to shapes. Simply draw the shape that you wish, use the select feature, and using the magic wand, it will convert it to the shape the AI thinks you're trying to draw. This can then be customized to suit your needs. If you wish to use a Postit activity for organising ideas, select the yellow square and add a note. There are a range of available colours. Choose the colour you wish to add. Once your Post-it has been added, you will then be able to add text using the keyboard or online keyboard, depending on your device. Alternatively, if using a pen, you will be able to digitally ink. Tapping the Post-it with your pen will allow you to have a text box appear. This not only has a keyboard option available to you as well as a dictate to ensure accessibility for all, but freehand inking in the box will allow the AI to work out what it is you want to add and add it in for you. This is a particularly useful tool for any young person who is reluctant to share their handwriting on a public or shared space. There is a 3-dot box at the side of the pop-up window. Selecting this will allow you to add emojis, add in spaces if the AI is not picking it up correctly, or add in numbers, commonly used punctuation, symbols, or add in a return button if you want to add a new line. You're also able to edit the colour. If a post-it is no longer needed, it can simply be tapped to select, provided you're using the arrow button, and deleted. If something is deleted by accident, you can use the undo or redo buttons to retrieve it. You can also resize your post-it, tap and slide it to a location that better suits your needs. If we wanted to move it off the page or slide it to make it bigger, using pinch and stretch will allow me to zoom in or move it out of my reach. The last of our tools in our toolbar is shape. You can add a simple shape to your whiteboard. This may be useful for a maths lesson, or they can be used in combination to create an ad hoc table. If a shape is added, but you need it to be in a slightly different position, a small turn handle will appear in the bottom left-hand corner. This will allow you to grab and rotate your shape until it is in the position you require. The pop-up window which appears above your shape allows you to change the colour or remove colour, as well as change and edit the border. You can also use a combination of shapes. This will allow you to make simple tables which learners can populate. Here they can complete simple surveys, such as asking teammates their favourite food, colour, etc. You may also wish to combine the shapes you've added with digital inking, allowing you to personalise the box. Here we could ask our class to find out what is everyone's favourite colour, and we can ask them to complete a simple tally chart. If you're using the desktop or iPad or iPhone version of Whiteboard, you will see that you have a range of additional tools available to you. You also have a sign out button, ensuring that your data is saved securely within Glow. You can share using the blue Invite Someone button. We have a settings menu. Rather than the tools bar being located along the top, you can choose where you wish your toolbar to be located. Choosing the settings menu, I have a range of other options available to me. I can choose to allow digital inking, I can choose to allow or disallow inking to shape, and I can choose if I want to be able to ink over tables. Objects can be snapped to a grid to ensure everything is aligned. I can export as a PDF, I can format my background, and as mentioned, I can change the location of my toolbar. I can choose from right or left sides, or I can choose the bottom. I can also clear my entire canvas with one click via my settings bar. To format the background, rather than having a plain white background, I can select this option. Here I'm given a range of colours. This may be beneficial if learners use filters or overlays. Simply selecting one of the colours will amend the screen for the whole paper. The colour selected is seen by all. I can also scroll through the types of backgrounds I would like. If I had a younger class, I may want to choose the wide ruled paper. If I do not feel it's wide enough for my learners, I can close the box and I can expand by pinching and squeezing until I have the right size of paper. You may find that some of the grids benefit from being used in combination with some of the colours. Looking at my inking tools, I can see a range of pens similar to those which I used in my online version. However, selecting a pen here is indicated by a black dot, and to change the nib size, I can simply choose a dot that indicates the size of font I will see when I write. I also have some extra paint colours which I can use with my digital inking. You will notice that 2 of my pens are Rainbow and Galaxy. These are fun pens. If you do not wish for them to be used, you can simply click them and change the colour. If you write or digitally ink on your paper using one of the pens, you have another range of tools available. Using the lasso select, draw around the item that you want to select. Here, you can copy and then right-click to paste, or you can change the colour of the word. This may be useful with categorization activities. Another feature of this may be beneficial for young people with screen readers. However, it's also useful if creating an online dictionary. To remove text, select the eraser. This will allow you to rub out if using a pen, or if using a mouse, it will allow you to select a word or item, cut and paste it, or delete it. The Add Text feature is the same using the desktop app as it is online. However, the Add Note feature has some additional benefits. Adding a note here provides the pop-up note we saw before. However, if selected, I'm given a range of additional options. I can copy a post-it, creating a template. I can change the background. I can use likes. This allows you to have a simple voting system built into your online canvas. I can edit my note with digital inking or with a keyboard. And if I select the 3 dots at the end of the row, I can add an alternative text, perhaps to accompany a diagram which has been drawn on the post-it, or I can cut the whole post-it and paste it elsewhere. Alternatively, I can delete it. Next, we have Image menu. This gives me 3 different options. Firstly, I can include an image from my library on my device. I can also search using Bing Image Search. Using Bing Image Search within Microsoft Whiteboard allows Creative Commons images to be shown. These are copyright-free images which can be used within your learning and teaching. And lastly, if your device allows, there is a built-in feature to capture images and place them into the shared canvas live. This can be useful if creating an online catalogue where some learners find images, some learners capture images, and others populate it with facts. The last item before undo or redo on our menu bar is Insert. The desktop app allows you to add a range of different Microsoft products as well as PDFs to your canvas. You're able to add a PowerPoint or Word document which can be viewed within the canvas by all. A PDF can be added and digitally inked. You can also create a template. You can create a short follow-up list which gives tasks. You can assign them to people within your whiteboard, and a task can be like showing popularity of items. You can also create your own list. These are the same as follow-up tasks, however they're not assigned to any individual. One of the most popular tools within Whiteboard is NoteGrid. Selecting NoteGrid places a template of 3 post-its on your page. This can be adjusted in size depending on your needs. Each post-it can be populated with information, and you can add new post-its to the grid. Once information is available, participants of your whiteboard can like, acting as a voting system. You can also change the colour, copy a post-it to use as a template, type or digitally ink, cut or move it around on your board. This is an easy way to capture information, and once you have the information, you can choose a new section of your whiteboard. Whiteboard is a versatile tool which would suit learners and practitioners of all ages and stages.